Hello, are you sitting comfortably and ready for The Mermaid and the Cow book launch panto by Linds, which is me. The Mermaid and the Cow by Linds. There once lived a mermaid in a beautiful river. She swam with the animals and sang with the birds. It really was a very happy river. People also liked to use the river, but they began to leave a lot of mess.
Hooray!
One day, a fierce storm raged through the countryside and blew the rubbish everywhere. The mermaid watched sadly as the plastic put the animals in terrible danger. It got tangled in the reeds and trees and floated in the river like a noodle soup. Some animals mistook it for food. It was not a happy river anymore. The mermaid tried her hardest to pick up all the rubbish, but the more she reached for, the more it slipped from her grip. Some of the plastic was really sharp and it cut the mermaid's hand. Despite all her hard work, the plastic never went away. The mermaid realised there was far too much rubbish for her to clean on her own, so she decided to swim downstream to look for help. On the bank, she spotted a fisherman and his son.
Excuse me, could you possibly help me?
The mermaid began.
Look, Johnny.
Not now, son. I got a big one here.
But the fisherman did not want to be disturbed. Next, she saw a dog walker.
Excuse me, can you please help me?
But she was too busy talking on her phone. And the family picnicking were having too much fun to even notice her.
Very Christmassy. Hey, season of good and well.
Cheers, everyone.
Yummy.
These are lovely, these are.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
The mermaid swam on until she came across the biggest plastic bag she'd ever seen tangled in a tree.
Tangled in the tree.
It's
Behind you!
It's hopeless.
She wailed.
This river will always be a horrible mess. Nobody will help me clear it.
As she tugged at the bag, a noise came from behind the tree.
Ow! Ow! Woo! Woo!
It wasn't a big plastic bag at all. It was a
cow!
What are you doing in the river?
The mermaid gasped.
Oh, I slipped down the bank when I was trying to get some nice juicy grass for my dinner. Now I'm stuck and my little baby calf will be lost and all on her own.
Cow sobbed.
Poor cow.
The mermaid replied. She really wanted to help, but cows are really heavy.
Oh no! Oh no!
They're heavier than 20 baby mermaids. They're heavier than 100,000 slimy frogs. And they are certainly heavier than a squillion sloppy cowpats.
Now I'm stuck here forever. More.
Cow cried. The mermaid looked at a bird that landed on the cow's head and thought quietly for a while. Then she smiled and said,
No, you won't. I have an idea.
You do? You can save me?
I can.
You can rescue me and I can be with my little baby?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
She climbed up onto a rock and started to sing.
Dear darling birds and wildlife friends, I need your help on this river bend. Please bring to me that plastic so tough to help our friends out of the rough.
Her beautiful song filled the air and carried her words down the winding river. Before long, birds and animals started to appear, all clutching bits of plastic, just as the mermaid had asked.
Let's turn all this rubbish into something useful to help get the cow out of the river.
The mermaid said. The bird swooshed into a colossal murmuration and spun the plastic into an enormous piece of extra strong rope. Then they swooped down and gave the rope to the animals, who looped it around the cow. As the birds flapped their wings and tugged the upcycled rope, the mermaid pushed the cow's bottom as hard as she could. The cow shot out of the river and flew so high into the sky that her calf spotted her from the distant hills. Mama! Mama!
Local news? I've got a big story for you.
Now, son, that's what I call a fish.
The cow was so happy to be out of the river, reunited with her calf. She gave the mermaid a big lick and said,
How can we ever thank you?
The mermaid smiled as she saw a news reporter heading towards them.
I think you've done more than enough. This is just what we needed to draw attention to the plastics problem.
This is local news coming to you live from the spot where the mermaid rescued the cow today. We're going to go and have a chat with her in a minute.
The following day, the mermaid's cow rescue was all over the news.
River Times. The mermaid who rescued a cow now needs our help.
Everyone turned up to help the mermaid clear the rubbish and restore her home to a happy, beautiful river once more. Yay! The cow and her calf trotted along the riverbank, making sure no one dropped litter ever again. So, the next time you see a cow beside a river, there might just be a mermaid nearby too. And always remember to remove your litter! The end! Thank you so much for listening to the panto. I hope you enjoyed it and have a wonderful Christmas! Thank you for watching! You've been watching The Mermaid and the Cow book launch panto, starring...
Local news? I've got a big story.
Now, son, that's what I call a fish.
bag at all. It was...
A cow!
Always remember to remove your litter.